I am now live. Happy Wednesday, everybody. My phone is face planting. Here, let me see if I can stay. Okay, hopefully it'll stay now. Okay, so happy Wednesday, everyone. Hopefully a few of you will join me. I know I am a little bit late. I usually come on here at 8 o'clock, so I'm running a little bit late today, but I did have my mentorship call with one of my mentorship coaches, so that was good, and just trying to get some things done. And one of the things that I do want to talk about today that almost prevented me from actually going live tonight and not wanting to come live as I do and have been trying to every Wednesday is anxiety, which is something that I actually had today. So I thought it would be something that I wanted to share and talk about a little bit of how I deal with that anxiety and what I do and how I get through it. I also want to talk today about also worrying less about your body image. And this is also something that has been coming up for me recently. And it's something that I've battled with when I was younger, especially when I was that teenage girl going through transitions, that body image. And just recently, I've kind of felt like sort of that I've gone through a little bit of a transition again that kind of affected my body, my hormones and things like that, that really made me self-conscious and really suddenly go totally, I want to say ham at the gym, because that's pretty much what I've been doing, and running a lot, because I've been super conscious about the weight gain that I've had, which isn't quite noticeable to anybody else, but it is noticeable to me, and it's something that I just do not like, and that affects my body image, and even creates anxiety and worry and things like that. So anyways, that is the topic that I want to talk about today. So if you are joining me now and that is something that you think would be interested, that you guys are like, oh, I really want to learn about what she has to say about anxiety and body image, then definitely stay tuned and stay into this video. I hope that it is helpful for all of you. So anyways, let's get into it. So my phone keeps falling. Sorry. I don't know why that keeps happening. It does not want to stay up. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, guys, on Instagram. My phone is not cooperating with me today. And that is how my week has been. So just a little update too before I get into my topic today. I just want to give you some updates about kind of what's been going on in my life and why is this topic, something that has been coming up. And the things that are very difficult to share, and I'm not going to get really into specifics of what's been going on, because it is something very, very, things that are very difficult to talk about. So I'm not ready to quite talk about them yet, but I will just say I've had some personal issues that I've been dealing with, juggling full-time work and also trying to build a side business on the side. And even though I don't have, a family of my own, I haven't had much time to myself. And that's, really does affect me. Because the older I get, the more I've been growing, the more I've been learning into my personal development journey. I've realized that I need that time for myself and to reboot myself and to take care of myself. And I can be so busy, and I like to be busy because I really like my work and what I do. But when I don't have that downtime to myself and don't take care of myself, my mind just isn't in the right place. I get just super anxious and a lot of anxiety. I can feel really overwhelmed. And that's kind of how I've been really feeling this week. And I think it just has to do a lot of, not taking the time to process what's been going on in my life, and just keep pushing on, which is fine. But I think it's also important that you take the time to feel what you're feeling, to really take that time to just, understand what's been going on and things like that, because once it hits you, it can be really, really hard to get out of it, right? But I think it's also important to know, when you really understand how you're feeling and how to deal with things, then it can also help you, get through it a lot faster, which is what you really want to do. So, anyway, so I want to first start with body and talking a little bit more in depth into body image. So like I mentioned, when I was probably first experienced body image issues, or just stress, I guess worry and just anxiety really about my weight, and my body image and what I look like, was really, growing up as a teenager. I think once I went through those changes, your body goes through, I was just having a really, I would say really hard time with it, but really didn't really understand how to manage my weight, but yet eat healthy at the same time, perform well, because I was a runner, and I wanted to perform well, and I wanted to run well, and I wanted to eat healthy. And my mom was teaching me a lot about eating healthy. And that is one thing that, I'm really, really grateful for, that my mom got me into healthy eating and running. And it wouldn't have been for her. If she didn't get me into those things, I think my life would have been completely different. It would not be what it is today. So I'm very, very grateful for that, because all around me, people were not eating healthy. The town that I grew up with, they weren't really, really health conscious. It was really something that, I got from my mom. But then as I, became a runner and just, really starting to learn about nutrition and how I felt better eating healthy, it was really, it took me, a while to really, I guess, like learn how to balance. And I went through a time where at that time I was running so much and I didn't want to eat sugar, so I cut out sugar. I also was trying to decrease portions. So as you know, my body was changing. I was, had a faster metabolism. I was running all the time. I ended up, for a period of time, not eating enough calories, that I was headed to an eating disorder. And it didn't really wake up until, my mom made an appointment for me to go to the doctor and asked the physician to ask me if I was trying to lose weight. And that is when I remember I woke up and was like, oh my gosh, I need to start eating more food. This is not good. I am, not treating my body the right way. I'm not nourishing my body the right way. I've lost way too much weight. And then as I got older, I went through college. I gained a little bit of weight. I'll be honest, and I did not like it. I did not like how I felt. I didn't like it at all. And it wasn't like it was weight that's been noticeable, right? I've never had this huge weight loss journey because I never really got to that point, because there was always a point where I was like, okay, I have to change. So it was whether I needed to gain weight or whether I felt like I need to lose weight. I always get to a point where I'm not comfortable with my body and I'm like, okay, I need to change something. Because also along with that, it's also, my mindset. And I realized, oh, I need to change. I need to change something. And a lot of times it does have to do with my mind. In college, I ran for fun, but I wasn't really seriously training, and I was really focused on my studies, which I think was very important. But I also, just wasn't really into the running. And it was almost like I realized that I just didn't feel like doing it. It just wasn't something I wanted to do. I didn't feel like really going to the gym. I just wasn't feeling it. And it just got to a point though where I was like not happy with my body. But now I'm at a place where I feel like I'm much more acceptable of my body, even though I've gone through another change. And, you know, a lot of that has to do with my hormones, that, you know, it felt like I put on more weight. And where the weight to me is noticeable is really my stomach. And I really, you know, I don't really step on a scale very much. But I noticed like when I was going really through this fitness journey and I was really exercising really hard and doing, you know, not just running, but also adding in that strength training, and was almost working out almost twice a day, I got to my ideal body weight. And that is really hard for me to stay at that body weight. It is almost impossible. I have to eat, you know, what I was doing was I was eating 5 meals a day. I was meal prepping all those meals. I was working out almost sometimes twice a day. I mean, it just took so much work. I also felt like I couldn't go out to enjoy dinner. I was so strict with my diet. And then I realized this isn't a lifestyle. The way I'm eating right now is not a lifestyle. This is not a way what I can do for the rest of my life. It just wasn't something that was consistent that I could do. And eventually I was right because I just couldn't do it anymore. It was just way too much. And I fell into, you know, again, back to just kind of doing what I felt like my body was okay doing. I fell back into, you know, just running here and there, going to the gym here and there, you know, a couple times a week and that kind of thing. And then I kind of fell back into my normal weight. And that's where I am. I would say that's where I am now, but I do think that I did, you know, feel like I have put on a little bit more than I wanted to than my normal weight. But you know, what I want to get across is with body image is, you know, it's good to be acceptable or accept your body for wherever it is. Because sometimes your body might just be okay the way it is. If, you know, as long as you're going to the gym a couple days a week, if you're trying to eat healthy most days of the week, if you're getting, you know, your fruits and vegetables and the nutrition that your body needs, and you're at a healthy weight, then you should be fine. And, you know, it's important to just accept our bodies because we can want to lose so much weight and we go the opposite way and we're still not finding that balance and we're not finding joy in our lives and being able to enjoy our lives and make it a lifestyle. So if it's also not something that you can keep doing, if you're on a diet or, you know, your exercise patterns, whatever that looks like, if that's more than what you can do for the rest of your life, then most likely you will gain that weight back and you will not feel good, right? So it's important that you really make sure that you know, work on, I think a lot of this comes from our mindsets and our confidence in ourselves, and really, you know, be confident and accept your body and the way it is. You know, I don't think that I have the body type to really be that thin as I've always wanted to be. It's just not like that. I am very curvy and it is what it is. I've never, you know, had no boobs. I've always had those. It is what it is, right? And we have to accept our bodies for what it is and find that balance in our lives and the routines that are going to, that we can do, that we can stay on for a lifetime, right? Or as long as possible, whatever that looks like. But I don't think, you know, as I said, it really does go back to mindset and really just how you feel about your body and, you know, not worrying as much about it and just doing what you can do to live a healthy lifestyle, right? Because I think too that can really stop us, and I think this leads really to more of the anxiety too, is when you worry about things like that and you're so worried and caught up on your body image that your relationships might be failing or your work performance or, you know, anything like that. And that's what creates the anxiety, right? because you're so worried that, oh my gosh, I'm not going to lose this weight, or I'm so worried just, about how I look, or, about those things that it can create anxiety, right? And create overwhelm. And I think, the anxiety too can come from feeling, like you have so much to do or so much that you want to do, and you just can't figure it out. You don't know where to start, and just everything feels so anxious. And again, I want to go back to mindset. Running, what can help you the best is to get that mindset on track and just have a better mindset about things. And how can you do that? Well, I think the one thing that has helped me with my mindset a lot is honestly meditating and having my morning routine and writing in my gratitude journal. So for a while, and I've stopped doing this because of busyness and craziness of my life in the last couple months, but what I was really trying to get in the routine of doing is getting up in the morning, meditating for 10 minutes, writing in my gratitude journal, and then going and exercising and going to the gym. Now, I've gotten out of that habit a little bit, and I think that's where this anxiety has really all of a sudden came from, because it's something that I haven't had in a very long time. And I think it's combined with also everything that's going on, and just not taking the time to really deal with those things that are happening and just keep going. But I really think that routine really did help the anxiety. I wasn't waking up with anxiety, I was waking up for excitement. Waking up and just having, this just feeling in your stomach, and you just don't feel like getting out of bed, and you just wish that you could just stay in your bed forever and just not get up, because you feel like you're failing and you're not doing, not performing well at work, or you're not performing as well as you want, or not seeing the accomplishments or outcomes that you want. And it could be really, really frustrating, right? And you can get really overwhelmed and feel super anxious. But that is one thing that I really feel like has helped me a lot, is to do that. And I think that's so important, especially the gratitude portion, or the gratitude part of that, because that's something that I really got out of, but I think that could have really helped me for what I was feeling, was thinking about what I was grateful for, or what I have accomplished. Because sometimes I think that I can get really, really too hard on myself and feel like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing what I should be doing, because I, feel like, oh, sorry guys, hold on. I don't know what happened. Well, sorry guys, we'll take a moment here. Okay, so I don't know why, but I got disconnected on my other device here. So what I was saying about anxiety. So I don't know what is going on. Okay. So, I was just talking a little bit about anxiety, and how I've been, I think what has helped me to deal with it and prevent it. So for one, I was talking about writing in my gratitude journal and being really grateful, or thinking about what I'm grateful for every day can really help, because when you don't do that, you can get really hard on yourself and think that you're not doing enough, even though there's all these things going on and you're doing the best you can do. But remembering to be grateful, I think, can be so, so helpful for so much too, so many other things too. And then the other tip that I wanted to get, so morning routine, meditating, and writing in your gratitude journal, moving your body. Moving is huge. I know that can help. And both of the things that I'm talking about today, body image and anxiety, moving your body can help, running can help. Just by, and also nature is huge. And I think that's one thing too that I like about running, because all winter long I was on that treadmill and it was awful. But I did make connections and relationships at the gym, which was really nice. And that's what I do like about that, going to the gym. But now that I'm outside, I've been running on my own, which isn't really, something that I always like to do. So hopefully I will meet some running friends where I am at now, where I'm living, because it can be lonely to get out there and run all the time. And that can help too, right? With things, is making those relationships, doing things with people that you enjoy doing. But running certainly helps. Getting outside in nature is huge, and one way to do that is just by running. Because for me, that is what gets me outside. When I work all day and I'm working on my computer at night, wouldn't be much time that I would actually get outside. And I have been trying to go for walks more in addition to my runs. But really, I get outside because I run and I'm getting sunshine and getting that vitamin D, which is also can help your mental health, right? So all those things combined, it can help so much, especially with your, body image and anxiety. Let's see, was there another tip? I feel like there was another tip that I wanted to share that I can't remember right now, but it might come to me. But those are the main things that I wanted to talk about that I thought would be really helpful for you. I know. Eating healthy, right? That can really help too. And meal planning. So I know for me, I do get anxiety when I don't meal plan and I don't have food, or I don't go food shopping. That is huge. That can certainly help you. And that's also going to help you with, where you are in your health journey, right? Is taking that time to buy food, to go food shopping, and to meal prep. That is huge, and that can help you so much from preventing that body image and that anxiety. So we talked a little about the prevention side, but I want to talk to how to deal with it a little bit more. And to deal with it like a little bit faster so it doesn't hinder the rest of your day, right? Or weeks, right? It can, these kind of things it can linger, right? Like it can last for a long time. So for me, I've really learned, and I've gotten through things a lot faster, because I realized, okay, this is how I'm feeling. I just need to be okay with that, to let it out, to cry, feel angry, whatever it is, let that feeling out. And then I think to myself, okay, I'm going to set an intention for today of how I want today to go. I'm going to set, 2 tasks that I'm going to get done today. And then I move on with my day, right? So really changing that mindset, but feeling that feeling, getting through it, and taking that time for as long as you need, and then deciding, okay, I'm going to get out of this by creating 2 tasks that I'm going to do today, right? By just changing that mindset and saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do to make myself feel better, and get through the day. So those were my tips. Aunt Sue said, thanks for sharing. You're so welcome. I love doing this and love sharing, my story and part of my journey, to hopefully inspire you guys, to, give you some helpful tips, to live a healthier life, right? Because that is my ultimate goal. That is, what I feel like I want to help the most, with the skills, the knowledge, everything I've gained, right, is to help others. And by doing that, not only can I do that by sharing the knowledge and what I've learned and the skills that I've learned, but also sharing my story and where I come from, because you never know who might connect with it, right? So I think it's important to share some as much as I feel comfortable sharing. And I hope that you guys do the same. I feel like, if you guys want to share anything with me, please do. I'll be very open to talk with you. We can get on the phone, we can message me, however you feel comfortable. I also do have, a Facebook group also for people to jump in there and feel comfortable about talking things that may be difficult to talk about, but maybe a safe place to talk to others that might be dealing or struggling with the same things as you, and that support can help so much. And I know for me, reaching out to other people have helped so much, especially when I have those days where where I doubt myself, or I'm feeling lonely, or whatever it is, or I'm feeling anxious, or whatever it is. And just feeling grateful and knowing that there are people that are out there that love me, that care for me, that are there for me, that has, helped me so much to get through a lot of the struggles that I've been dealing with, for sure. So I'm super grateful for everybody, and I cannot explain how much I am grateful for everyone that watches me every day and sees me and supports me. It truly means the world to me. But anyways, I hope this topic was helpful for you guys, and that you got some insight or some things that you can take away with this next week and months, or whatever that is, or whatever that looks like. I do want to throw out there that if you are interested in joining my joining. Yes, joining. Actually, I do have a challenge going on. So I do have a walking challenge going on right now. If you are interested in that, we're just keeping track of our steps. We're tracking our steps for 4 weeks daily. So we're going to keep track, and whoever has the most steps within the next 4 weeks, I'm going to send that person a prize. So if you are interested in joining my walking challenge, please join. It's just a fun challenge that we're doing in my Facebook group. So all you have to do is go to my Facebook page, ask to join the page. I'll accept you, and I will get you in that challenge. Number 2, if anybody is interested in learning about any plant-based recipes for you to try, use, if you're really looking for some recipes that are all plant-based, if you have food allergies, if you just want to start eating more plants for your health, whatever that looks like, please, you can just go to my website, and all you have to do is leave your email there, and then you will be able to receive that ebook as soon as I receive your email. And then 3, I am taking on online clients. Right now I am just taking clients that online that want to work on with me for one-on-one coaching, nutrition coaching for plant-based eating. Super interested in eating more plant-based, especially if you're a runner and you're just super confused, like, how do I do this? Can I eat enough protein? Am I going to be able to have enough nutrients, and I'm going to be able to fuel well for my runs? Please let me know. I love to work with you. Also, if you know of anyone that would be a good fit and interested in working with me, you can let them know that too. Or if you just have questions, feel free to message me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. You can just message me on Facebook or Instagram. That's fine, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. So anyways, that is it. I hope you all, as I said, enjoyed this video, got some tips and insights out of it that you can use in your life, and I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your night and a wonderful evening. Good night.